Okay, here's the latest update on the Jones Road Wildfire in Ocean Lacey Townships in Ocean County. Um, the current size is 11,500 acres. It's 30% contained. And this is the latest update that we have. So let's show you the map here, because this really kind of shows you the area where this fire burned. And see, I wish I could get that a little bit bigger, but let's see if I can get that a little bit bigger. I can't really get that a little bit bigger, but you can see, yeah, it went all the way up to Route 9. And it looks like it went all the way, oh, wow. So it went all the way, it burned this whole area here. You see here in red. This is the containment area. I guess this is the area that they expect it to be contained in. Or at least this is the goal that they're trying to do. All right, so going to maps here. So here's the Jones Road Wildfire here, and you can see it burned all the way up. So it burned this whole area here. We'll have to see. I'm gonna have to find out about the damage to the substation here, and then this area as well got burned too as well. So this area, WJRZ Manahawkin, assuming they're probably still off the air, because their transmitter site might have been damaged, and this whole area. So absolutely incredible. So let's talk about the latest from News 12 New Jersey about this. It's going to be the largest wildfire in 20 years. They say 12,000 acres have been burned so far. So let's go ahead and the latest here.
County, that fast-moving wildfire has burned more than 11,000 acres. This is new video into our newsroom from a helicopter in Lakehurst. You can see the thick smoke billowing into the air. At one point, this fire even forced the parkway to close. You had to see those pictures. State officials held the first press conference on the fire not long ago. They say crews are making some progress with 30% containment. News 12's Chris Keating joins us live from Chatsworth this afternoon. What more are authorities saying about this fire, Chris?
Della, good afternoon. And what you just said there is very important for all the people who live in Ocean County, the areas of Lacey, Chatsworth, anywhere around here. They wanted to hear that progress is being made, and that's what the New Jersey Forest Fire Service is telling us. They have some very promising news. Certainly, the fire has grown to 11,500 acres, but on the good news side of this, 30% of this fire has been contained, and we are told by forest fire officials that they expect to have this fully contained by the weekend, as long as this region of New Jersey gets the expected precipitation on Thursday and potentially Friday night. Here's the latest of what they told us during the briefing just a short time ago. They've been telling us that one commercial business was lost to this fire. However, not one home, not one residential home has been affected by this very large wildfire. Yesterday, we were being told that as many as 1,300 structures were at least threatened. Also, there have been no injuries due to this fire. Currently, there are 100 firefighters on the fire line, and we can tell you many of those firefighters are within neighborhoods. What they're doing is specifically working to put down any hot spots so that as people go back to their homes, they won't be affected by any smoke, and just in general, they will feel safe going back to the homes knowing that there won't be any sparks or flare-ups. We can tell you also that as people go home, well, power needs to be restored, and JCP&L is here telling us that, in fact, that will be a slow process. As yesterday, as many as 25,000 customers lost power. That was because all of those lines needed to be de-energized. They need that for safety reasons. I can tell you that in Lacey Township, about 6,700 customers will have their power back on this afternoon, and then those numbers will start to ramp up as we go into the evening and in tomorrow. But going forward, this is a very large fire, over 11,000 acres. However, New Jersey Forest Fire officials sound very confident that they will have this completely contained by the weekend, but they will continue to work very hard today. And again, evacuation orders have been lifted, and most importantly, people are starting to go back home once again and feel safe as they return to their homes. Della, that's the very latest.
Yeah, so this is a pretty major thing. So one commercial building was destroyed.
That destroyed a business in Lacey. You can see just how intense those flames are. And this is what it looks like now, just a pile of burnt rubble. News 12's Lauren Dew spoke with the president of that business and other owners in that industrial complex.
Every piece of this business is destroyed. Everything is charred. All of the inventory is gone.
Complete devastation. Kind of knew it was coming. You know, I got all the word last night, but to wake up and come here and actually see it's pretty surreal.
Bob Nosty is the president of Liberty Door and Awning, a family-ran company. Before the Jones Road wildfire consumed the business, it was a large beige building with a blue roof, and now burnt to pieces.
We got a pretty resilient crew working for me in the other building right now, getting to work, trying to get everybody's doors reordered, and we are in the garage door and awning business. So we got a couple weeks of, you know, some tough times, but I think, you know, we won't rebuild quick enough here, but we'll be somewhere else.
Against the same woods is Gladiator Jim.
There's just a couple doors down. That could have been us easily. Oh, yeah, I went to bed last night not knowing if I was going to have a business to come to.
Sean Darling, the owner, had to evacuate yesterday afternoon as the flames got closer. But his business of 20 years and
Those
4
pines are
months
okay.
in this location still stands.
Just want to also thank all the first responders for risking their lives to help us out, save our businesses.
The fire crews did what they could, but it was very quick, apparently. And see what I'm left with, which is nothing.
And this is the only business destroyed by the wildfire.
That's, this could have been so much worse. So I'll show you on the maps where that is. I think it's this building right here at the end. Let's see. Find where that is. I think it's this building right here at the end. Yep. So this was the building that was lost here. But they were able to stop it from getting any of the other buildings, which is really incredible. Just incredible that they were able to stop it. So this could have been so much worse. And the other good news here, we have all mandatory evacuations are lifted.
Forced thousands to evacuate overnight.
Home.
News 12's Tony Caputo shows us many seniors return to high school.
Apparently the wind was blowing in our direction. I took pictures and it was black.
George shared his pictures. He and his wife Dolores prepared to head to Manahawkin High School, one of 2 shelters set up for those forced to evacuate from the Jones Road wildfire.
They first said it was a voluntary evacuation. About an hour or so later, they said out.
I couldn't breathe. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta keep going north.
Many pets had to evacuate as well. Hey, Molly, you afraid of microphones? You'll bite my finger on live TV, Molly? Molly's like back here. There's another dog. That's why.
That's why.
So you spent the night here?
We did, yeah. It was bad down there. It was extremely. We near the Oyster Creek nucleus,
Sure. Yeah. Right off 9 there.
Right off 9, yeah, exactly.
How was it staying?
It was very good. Everybody extremely helpful, very nice in there.
The few people I talked to, they all said it was very comfortable inside, and they had a good night. I mean, that means a lot.
Yeah, it does, and that's what you want to do. They're able to bring their pets. This site is able to house pets, so that the evacuees feel comfortable leaving their house.
I mean, they really were able to handle it pretty well over there, and we have wildfire smoke too. I don't know. This is just a little. Here we go. So we're gonna take a look at some air quality alerts as well in that area. I guess we can take a look at that as well. So first, let's look at the satellite image because you can still see a plume of smoke right there coming from where the wildfire is. You can still see that. We have a lot of cirrus stratus, jet junk around, but you can see here that there's that plume of smoke right there. All right, so you can still see the smoke coming from it. You can see that it is blowing now from the northwest to the southeast, which means we have a northwest wind outside. So we're going to take a look at our weather conditions here. Don't see any air quality alerts in effect. Actually, The flow aloft must be northwest, but we have a south flow now. So, yeah, that's going to help. Wow, south-southeast wind. We were supposed to have a northwest wind today. That's kind of interesting. So the wind was northwest earlier, and then it shifted. And, yeah, you can see haze now being reported at Miller Air Park from the smoke. So the smoke's definitely drifting northward due to that wind shift. It's kind of odd because it looked like it was going the other direction. It's kind of weird. I think the wind above us may be from the northwest, but at the surface, it's from the south. Here on Long Island, it is too as well. 64 degrees at south-southwest wind. No haze being reported here. However, yeah, that wildfire smoke may wind up making its way into our area eventually. Let's go ahead and look at the smoke models and see. Now, these should have. Let's see if we can get this here. We can just look at this latest one. It's fine. The near surface smoke. Gotta find it. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, you can see the near surface smoke. Yep. It does have it getting. Look at what it does to it. Actually brings a lot more of it up this evening. So yeah, there is going to be smoke from this fire that could be getting into our area. That's the near surface smoke. We'll do the vertically integrated smoke as well. It has it blowing up again, too, oddly enough. It has a lot of smoke coming off of it. So, the fire is still burning. Just because they say it's contained, it doesn't mean it's out. Let's go look at some Seaside Heights cameras. See what it looks like over there. Oh, you can see the plume there. Yeah, you can see how it's kind of... There's a sea breeze, so it's actually... it's getting trapped underneath the inversion. It doesn't look at all that hazy over there. But it could wind up spreading inland. You can see all the jet junk in the sky, by the way. We have a lot of that in the sky right now. So, that is the latest I have for you on this wildfire. And again, we still have a number of customers out of power right now. JCP&L. Let's go to X and see if there's any issues on the buses, any more issues with the buses in that area as well. I don't see anything about that, so looks like we're okay with that. They say it's on or close to schedule now. All right, that was as of 5 hours ago. So that's what they have for that. Let's see if let's go to the New Jersey Forest Fire Service. All right, get the latest update from them as well. Next update will be at 4 p.m. Here's again the map. All right, so this is the map of the containment area. So they're expecting it to be contained at 15,410 acres. Garden State Parkway and Route 9 have fully reopened. Let's see if we can get the latest from JCP&L on this. It's JCP&L and see what they have to say here. All right, Ocean County wildfire update. They're patrolling their equipment for potential damage. They're going to have to check to see what's happened in that area. And again, it's this whole area right here that was affected. So this whole area here. And it went all the way up to Lacey Road, too, all the way up here. So this whole entire area. This is a huge area. They really should put that... They have the thing over here, but it should really be in this area, too. But that's the least I got for you on the Jones Road wildfire, which is going to be one of the worst wildfires in Ocean County history. However, very fortunately, we only lost one structure and no lives lost. So that's the main thing. This could have been so much worse. Thank God the weather cooperated and we didn't really have that strong winds, because if we had strong winds, it would have been much, much worse. But it's still remarkable how quick that fire spread, considering.